Hello, this video is a follow-up to the third part of the series Simuland version 4 search of device and configuration download. In this video we will demonstrate different ways to configure a device via LAN and USB. Let's start with quick configuration. Its main advantage is the ability to adjust needed parameters for multiple devices. It does not, however, contain all possible configurations. It's primarily used for global settings. In the toolbar, click on the Quick Configuration button. It will gradually display all of the products from the device list. Quick configuration is not searching for any new devices, it only works with those that are already part of the project and have downloaded configuration. Next to the label, Mode, is a drop-down menu that contains items that support global settings. For our purposes, we will demonstrate how to set the IP address, subnet mask, gateway, DNS and PoE activation. The default selection of mode is configuration of IP addresses. You'll globally configure only devices that are selected. By right-clicking on any of the devices, you enter IP range configuration window. In the opened window are IP addresses with displayed ranges used by your network card. These are only informative for clarification. Putting new address into first IP address text box sets up the initial address from which addresses for further devices will be calculated. Simuland only allocates the next higher address to the devices in a way they are in order on the list. The calculation of the last address happens by clicking on one of the other configuration parameters or the OK button. Another values you can adjust are mask, gateway and DNS. To confirm your changes, press OK. You can now view the configuration in the main window of Quick Configuration. All changes are marked red. Thus prepared configuration can be uploaded to the device by pressing the right button. Simuland starts the process of writing new parameters. Its progress is displayed by an icon at the start of each row. Successful write is signaled by a green icon. Press Read to verify newly entered values and then click OK to confirm. By changing the mode from IP addresses to port PoE enable, the PoE configuration will be displayed. Ports that are darkened don't support PoE supply. Enabling or disabling can be done separately or by selecting multiple devices. Thus changes will affect all devices within the column. Apply changes again by pressing the right button and save with OK. You can go to the full configuration by double-clicking on a specific device in the device list or by clicking on the configuration button in main toolbar. Configuration details will be discussed in other parts. Today we'll only explain the function principle and options that standard configuration offers. Each configuration opens a new tab, so you can have multiple configurations opened and compare them with each other. On the left is a tree view of all parameters that can be set. In the center part are the displayed parameters. The tree view is constructed so that a selection will roll out all the related branches, or simplified overview table of configuration options will be displayed. A more detailed listing is shown by clicking on the sub-branches. Control buttons Read, Write, Load, Save As are used to work with the configuration, which consists of two parts. First part is Download, which is the latest downloaded configuration. The second part is the Working Copy, which is a copy of the download containing differences that have yet to be written. These differences between the download and working copy are highlighted in red color. Thus, it can be pre-configured and later written to the device. Press the Read button to download the configuration of the device and a comparison with the download. All the differences will be displayed in red. The Write button is used to write the modified configuration. It only writes the values highlighted in red, which means only the difference between download and working copy. This button is also rewriting download to maintain the maximum synchronization between the project and devices. Save As saves the current configuration with the changes, working copy to a file. Load allows the loading of a saved configuration file to the device, before writing the different values are displayed in the configuration window. Click the USB icon in the main toolbar to open a dialog box that lets you configure the device via USB interface. For proper function, it is necessary to install USB driver, which can be downloaded from our website www.metel.eu in the software section. If you can see information about the device and the COM port, then the USB drivers are correct. Button refresh is used to update the COM ports and the entire connection. Reset causes the activation of factory settings, including IP addresses and passwords. Status allows you to monitor the current values of the counters, the status of the ring, and generally all the values regarding the device. The configuration button, then call up the actual configuration. Simuland uses to log on the parameters of the global configuration password. If the login parameters are different, you'll need to enter them manually. Confirm by clicking OK, and at the bottom of the dialog box a text, Reading Config, will be displayed showing that Simuland is a reading configuration. The actual device configuration is then identical as the remote configuration via Ethernet. If anything seemed unclear, please do not hesitate to contact our technical support. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and becoming a regular viewer. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we are going to create new users and configure their permissions.